The first story of the day is about Fox News. Pretty much, I like Tucker Carlson on Fox News. There's certain people that I think do good segments, but if you've noticed, I've never really pushed Fox News like, oh, I really love them. What I say is, I say Fox News is the one right-leaning news station, which has a lot of liberals on it too, but it's more conservative, obviously, right-leaning Republican. But I've never co-signed it because the reason that I liked them in the first place was that they were the only ones versus everybody else saying the same thing. So it's like without Fox News, it's pretty much just one message, and it's not a real message. And my big beef with Fox News, although I support them a lot so they don't get taken down and it's 100% one vision, is that they never really dive that deep to me. I think someone nailed it on Twitter. They said it's the illusion of choice, where you have CNN, you have Fox. CNN will nonstop talk about race and division and, how bad Republicans are. You have Fox News, who's half and half, but sometimes they talk about how bad liberals are. But to me, to solve the world's problems, you got to go to the root level. And I just don't see television media going to the root level. Although I do think Tucker Carlson is a gem. A few other people get to the root, but not many. But anyway, Fox News has been showing its true colors a lot recently. I'm not trying to just poo-poo on the whole network. I'm sure they do some good work and have some good people. But I watched the election on Fox News, and it was not, I don't know. I didn't feel that great about it. I thought it was better than CNN. Anyway, I was not impressed, to say the least. They backed CNN in a lawsuit against President Trump. According to Fox News, these are direct quotes. I cut out the boring parts, but you can read the whole quote if you'd like. Fox News supports CNN in its legal effort to regain its White House reporter's press credential. Secret Service passes for working White House journalists should never be weaponized, and they also said we support a free press. So they've joined the ranks of AP, Bloomberg, NBC, New York Times, Washington Post, Politico, and USA Today to back CNN in its lawsuit against President Trump. First off, with the whole situation, I want to say with the White House, the whole beef or controversy is Jim Acosta was asking a question. He wanted to ask two questions, and Trump said, next reporter. He wouldn't listen. He kind of like very lightly, I wouldn't say it's assault or anything, it's literally nothing, but he kind of karate chopped the girl's arm, trying to push it away so he could continuously ask a second question, and he got his White House press pass taken away. What really bothers me about all this is not that he touched her. That's not that big of a deal per se. It is a little rude, obviously, but he lied about it, and you have most of the media lying about it, saying he never touched the girl. He never touched the girl, and there's video footage of it. Even if he did touch her, just admit it. Be like, I touched her, but not that much. You have Jimmy Kimmel lying, you have CNN lying, you have Jim Acosta lying, you have Vice News lying, you have Yahoo News lying. They think we're stupid, and maybe we are, because this continuously just happens. I'm not trying to be downward or anything, but it's video footage of him touching her. I don't even think it's debatable. They said it was InfoWars said it, and everyone's lying. It's like they always have some deflection. So it literally happened. And now you have even Fox News, which is the one conservative right-wing television station on TV. The rest is literally fake liberal mainstream media like Macron, Merkel, just standard politician who's totally fake PR team type people. They control the whole narrative. And that's what the media really wants to do. It's really not about left and right and these rights and that right. If you can control the narrative, you can control the people. You control how people perceive things. That's what they're really concerned about. If they can control the narrative, they can control how people perceive the present moment and then history. And then they continuously have, an advantage over everyone. If I could tell you Trump's great, he's the best president ever, they could tell you Trump's horrible, he's the worst president ever. That's two totally different stories. Trump's really doing a lot of good stuff, Trump's evil, Trump's Hitler. If Fox News backs down and says, oh, we agree with CNN on this, blah, 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 they have total information control on the television, 100% narrative, and in my personal perspective, it's in a totally false, negative, dishonest light. So they know what they're doing. If they can control that narrative, now they write history, and everybody will grow up and go to school and believe a big lie. And that's what's happening now. I've read some of these college syllabuses or syllabi, however you'd say the plural. It's ridiculous what they're teaching the kids. They're literally brainwashing and lying to kids in college. I don't know what to tell you. I read my brother's syllabus, and then I read my friend's syllabus out in California, and it's insane what they're teaching kids in journalism school. They're teaching them the opposite of truth, the opposite of good journalism. They're literally like teaching the kids to be a bad Jim Acosta style journalist. So Fox News backs CNN in a lawsuit, joins NBC, Washington Post, USA Today, AP. I always say that I think people on Fox News do good work. Some of them, obviously. You never have all bad. But this was what I've been telling people for months, not acting like I'm so special, I knew it or anything. When it came to Facebook and Google, I noticed that they were fighting fake news. They gave all their money to Fox News and its affiliates, Rupert Murdoch's company, now his son's company. They linked them in with all the fake news liberal media, and Fox News got all their cuts. So Facebook and YouTube, to fight fake news, what they actually did was give millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars to Fox News, CNN, Washington Post, New York Times, tens of millions of dollars. They just gave to them to fight fake news. And then what YouTube did was they rigged the algorithm. So when you go and search and you want to hear about what I'm talking about now, if I or Paul Joseph Watson or Mark Dice or even Jimmy Dore, someone on the left, if they have more views and should be first or second or third in rank, they actually de-rank them, totally shifted the algorithm. So Fox News, New York Post, Washington Post, NBC, CNN, they all come at the top. So they gave them tens of millions of dollars, and then they rigged the entire algorithm. It's really insane. I'll give you an example. I have a big viral video about it. Elon Musk talked to Joe Rogan on his podcast, one of the biggest YouTube channels, got millions of views within a few days. It should have been at the top. It had more likes, more views, more comments, all of the things that the algorithm, determines. It should have been at the top. It wasn't even on the first page. I believe it was like 12 or 15 down because they had CNN, Rupert Murdoch's companies, which was Fox affiliates like New York Post. They had all of them, and instead of telling you that Elon Musk was talking about artificial intelligence, instead of telling you that Elon Musk was making a lot of very valid points, instead of telling you that Elon Musk said that he built a tunnel in Los Angeles, he's building a whole tunnel transportation system, it's kind of a big deal. They told you he smokes weed, he's really dumb, and they control what you see. So it's like controlling the textbooks, controlling the news. They're now controlling YouTube the same way. That's how I started to know something was fishy with Fox, because they're in on it. They're there. New York Post is there. Like CNN is there. And they're all kind of saying the same thing. Even when, besides Tucker Carlson, sometimes Judge Jeanine, sometimes Sean Hannity, there's people who do good work on Fox, don't get me wrong. But a majority of the time, all they want you to do is fight liberals. Oh, look what they did. Be mad, be mad, be mad, be mad at liberals, be mad at liberals. It's not root level stuff. It's not really helping. In some cases, it's hurting. But this is a sad time, although I'm not going to cry about it. Fox News is the one little speck of light outside of a total totalitarian control of free press. They're backing CNN, hinting that they're ready to just do a flip on you and do total information control. But of course, like they always do, they use projection, opposite day tactics to convince you that they're doing the exact opposite of what they're doing. So what they're really doing with this statement is joining CNN and Washington Post to say, we control the narrative. I agree with them. We're one big club and we run information. What they're telling you, they're saying is, we support the free press. We love journalists. We want there to be freedom in the press. If Fox News shifts like another liberal fake news, start a war overseas and, pander to LGBT people type network, we don't have a free press. We already almost don't have a free press. People like Free Thought Project on Facebook were very bipartisan. They called out Trump. They called out them. They had their Facebook channel deleted. So real journalists are getting deleted. Real journalists are getting censored. Real journalists like Julian Assange are being held captive and having their internet shut off. Meanwhile, all the fake journalists pretend like they're supporting free press, but they're all just regurgitating the same information and stopping anybody from breaking outside of that matrix. That's not free thinking. God bless Fox News. Hopefully they don't completely sell out. But the fact they're backing CNN in a lawsuit against Trump, CNN suing Trump because Jim Acosta touched a reporter or touched a White House aide when she tried to take his microphone away when it was his turn to end. He lied about touching her. It's not even an opinion that he touched her. It's a fact. I'm not saying he assaulted her. I'm not saying it's a big deal. But did he touch her? 100%. It's very clear and very obvious. They're lying about it, and Fox News is telling you they think it's okay for CNN to lie to your face, and all the mainstream media. They're going to sue the president of the United States, who for 2 years they've acted like they've been supporting, they're going to back the suing of him. They think it's totally okay, and they think they're standing up for free press. They're not. God bless any independent journalist on YouTube or Facebook, left or right wing. That's my main number one goal, besides, getting people to enjoy their lives and change themselves to change the world. My number one issue with everything is the media. Because if the media is totally one-sided, they control information. They control your mind. They control the youth. They control what we do. They control who we elect. They control what we eat. They control what we buy. It's my number one cause above politics. I know people on the left who don't understand. Oh, Anomaly, you support Trump. Oh, I'm so mad. I get it. You're upset. But that's how I really feel. I'm standing up for all people and both sides. Fox News, back CNN in lawsuit against Trump. That's the first story. Second